I travelled down to Meadow Park, home of Arsenal's academy teams and Arsenal women, to see the impact of their inclusion in the Premier League International Cup firsthand. I'm hoping my trip to North London will answer a number of questions. Do these competitions help or hinder young players? Do the fixtures congest their schedules? Or does it give them valuable experience? The Gunners weren't involved in last season's competition after reaching the final in 2017-18, where they lost 1-0 to Porto at Emirates Stadium. Although the fixtures are hosted in England, and there are equal English clubs to those from overseas, the two finalists last season were Dynamo Zagreb and Bayern Munich. This is the second time since the inaugural season in 2014 that the final has been an all-foreign affair. In fact, there has never been an all-English final with only 3 teams from England reaching the final in 5 years. The Gunners also filled their under-21s in the Leasing.com trophy. But unfortunately for the Premier League side, defeats to Northampton Town and Peterborough United meant their penalty shootout victory over Cambridge United wasn't enough to progress into the knockout stages. Last season, Arsenal under-21s did progress into the knockout stages after beating League One Coventry City 3-0 away from home, and despite a defeat to Cheltenham Town, a 3-1 victory against Forest Green Rovers saw them progress. The joy was to be short-lived, however, as they are eliminated by eventual champions Portsmouth. At this moment in time, you would argue that Arsenal are benefiting from their inclusion in these tournaments, as many players who have featured prominently throughout their youth teams have been performing well in first-team matches this season. Bukayo Saka has been the Gunners' breakout star of the season after scoring in his first start of the season against Frankfurt in the Europa League. Last season, he featured in all 4 EFL Trophy matches, scoring once, while scoring twice in the Premier League 2 and registering 8 assists. Joe Willock and Reece Nelson also played key roles in the under-23s last season, and they've been rewarded with 17 appearances between them for the first team. Tyrese John Jules has scored 5 goals in the Premier League 2 so far this season, while registering 2 assists. In the Premier League International Cup, he scored the last gasp winner in the match against Dynamo Zagreb as Steve Bold's side won 3-2. As a result, the young forward was named on the bench in Mikel Arteta's first win as Gunners boss against Manchester United, and he looks set to make his debut against Leeds in the FA Cup. After victories against Villarreal and now Zagreb, who knows what the future holds for Arsenal's future stars? But I spoke to Steve Bold after the match to try and find out. I'm here with Arsenal Under-23s Academy boss Steve Bold. Steve, thank you so much for speaking to me tonight.
No problems.
How have you found the match tonight?
Well, I've been delighted with the attitude, the application of doing what we asked, and they showed a hell of a lot of character against a really tough, good side with some good players, and I'm absolutely delighted.
And how important is it at this level to judge the performances rather than results?
I know I say this every week, but the performance is what we're looking for. A win comes with a performance generally, and they're performing week by week. I've seen improvements in all of them, and they're all listening. They're all trying to do what we're asking them to do. They're working hard in training. They're putting their time in, and we've had a good first 4, 5, 6 months of the season.
The teams involved in the Premier League 2, the Premier League International Cup and the Leasing.com trophy, how important is that to have a variety of competitions and playing Saturday, Tuesday and mixing it up?
Well, yeah, it mirrors what a lot of first team players do, and it's quite difficult. If it was just the under-23 leagues, I think it wouldn't serve its purpose. I think the fact that we're playing against men in the EFL trophy and playing against tough foreign teams who play in leagues, their own leagues, men's leagues, and I think it's a great experience for us.
The EFL trophies come under criticism for involving the youth teams, but from your perspective, how good is it to have those players playing against adults?
For us, I'm not sure. Maybe for the league teams, it's a bit more difficult because they have to fulfil the fixture, and it's tough when they've got a lot of games to play. And I can understand that maybe they ain't too happy, but if it continues in its rise, we're delighted because it gives us an experience that we can't get in general league football, and they don't encounter adults very often in their lives in terms of playing against until late on. So it's a real good experience for them all.
And how have you found your role so far?
I'm loving it. I'm coaching. I can see improvements. And I really enjoy it.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.